For San Luis Obispo County, for the students in San Luis Obispo County and the young adults, having an apprenticeship program provides opportunities for individuals to move forward with livable wage jobs. I want to see a community that's balanced, that has young people, that has middle-aged people, that has old people, that has career pathways for people to move in and out of our community. The pathways that we're exploring currently are centered around IT. So the trades are one of our apprenticeship pathways also, but currently for this summer, the IT, when we're looking at software testing, software engineers, coding. So there's 3 distinct pathways that individuals can apply for this summer in the pre-apprenticeship, which then leads to an apprenticeship and then ultimately would lead to a paid job. Because this is part of our career and technical education. We're showing our students that here are pathways to move forward, not only just in theory, but in practice. Explore your options, look at the pathways, practice, try things that you want to do. Go to a job interview during the summer, work with someone, ask a company, will you hire me? Work as a pre-apprentice, work as an apprentice. 1/3 of the adult population has a bachelor's degree. Everyone needs a skill. Whether it is with a degree or not doesn't matter. It's what are you going to do after high school? What are you going to explore? Whether you head to university, whether you head to community college, whether you head to a trade program, an apprenticeship program, explore it. See what's out there. I'm James Brescia, San Luis Obispo County Superintendent of Schools.
The apprenticeship program is critical to our economy here on the Central Coast. We have a lot of talent. We have a lot of amazing workers. What we really need to do is help our affordability issue that we have. We have a big cost of living issue here on the Central Coast. We really need to upskill our workers and provide them not just the education in schools, but the education in the workplace to upskill them and provide them head of household jobs so that we can really make this the strongest economy possible. You know, the cost of living here, the index for affordability of what you get paid for your, and what you can afford to live, to live is really, there's kind of a disparity here. So we have a challenge, and I think creating head of household jobs where you can afford to live here, own a home, and be part of the economy, is really the ultimate goal here. Yeah, so we have 6 clusters of industry, and really, we're finding that there's a huge emergence in the tech industry, and there's a really big place for that, as seen by the local apprenticeship program that's ongoing. We also see a lot of need for advanced manufacturing jobs locally. We're hearing from our employers they can't find the right people. They'd be happy to train the right people if they could find them, and they were screened kind of for the soft skills. So it would be really fantastic to kind of play matchmaker, find those people, get them into the companies that they need, and really work with them through some sort of apprenticeship program to get them to the right training and level to support our industry leaders. 1,500 of our highest paid employees in the entire county are employed at Diablo, which will be closing in 2025. So we're going to see a transition, but we have these high-skilled workers. Some of them can be repurposed into our economy with the right training. I know PG&E is working on their own program to retain those and retrain those people for other jobs within the organization, but ultimately we'd love to see high-skilled workers be able to start their own businesses, grow, provide engineering services at other existing businesses, and really strengthen the economy here in another way. It's really a phenomenal opportunity actually to diversify from one single largest employer, that's our model today, to some very strong, more balanced companies across the board. I think it makes us more resilient and more stable over time, so that the fear of losing one large employer is not really a threat to our economy in the future. To mold the employees that they really need in their organizations, it's a fantastic opportunity to partner with an apprenticeship program and grow them in-house, train them the way they need, and then provide room for them to grow into, bigger positions, higher paid positions, and kind of let new, fresh talent come in and retrain to fill their original roles. Actually do a search to find out what you really want to be when you grow up, no matter what age you are. I think everybody really should be reinventing themselves to find their biggest strength. But ultimately, if you are in a position where you feel like you can offer a lot more, even if you're where you are, if you're where you think you need to be, finding out what organizations are out there and companies that are out there on the Central Coast and kind of targeting where you'd like to be and figuring out how to be trained to get there. The training will be even, more phenomenal and upskilling everybody. So, no matter what age, no matter what level of skill you have today, find what you want to be when you grow up, no matter what age you are, and, go for it. I'm Lorelei Capel, and I'm with the EVC.
So our program actually gives a pathway for people to get tech jobs without having to go back to school for a four-year degree. Most tech jobs don't require four-year degrees, but they do require certifications. So what we do is we screen people based on their attitude, and then we train them to grow their aptitude. I think what we found is the local companies really had a hard time getting people with a low amount of experience. They felt confident that we'll have the people skills and the perseverance. It's really hard to find job openings for positions that don't require multiple years of experience. We hear it over and over again. And through our apprenticeship program last summer, we placed 28 people in 18 companies. And I don't believe any of those 28 jobs were jobs that were on the system. It's pretty simple. We want 1,000 head of household tech jobs in the region before Diablo Canyon decommissions. I think what we want is a lifelong learner who has an entrepreneurial mindset. Like, I don't know this yet, but I look forward to learn it. Tech changes so fast that if you don't think, I'm going to constantly learn, in my spare time, I'm going to continue to learn. That's the people the employers love, because they're on top of things more than the employer is. I'm Dan Weeks, and I really look forward to seeing you in Ticket into Tech.
Apprenticeships are a secret weapon for employers. They let us tap into a pooled risk of people that we've determined as a committee are vetted to participate in a training program. Then we get to select based on soft skills and aptitude and really continue to train once we bring them into organizations. But the apprenticeship has done a lot for them in training their skills. And we've decided as employers what baseline skills we need. Now, this is a proven model in Europe and should be something we embrace here more and more. We used to call out to Quest or call over to Poly and say, hey, you got any good ones? Because we're going to start an apprentice. And that would be something they would do concomitantly to their schooling. But by creating this pooled risk and this group and cohort together, we've been able to create standards that are based on certifications, which give a couple of great benefits. Number one, to the apprentice, it gives a confidence boost that they've met industry standards that are probably vendor neutral, so not tied to a specific vendor like Cisco, but really industry standards that they've certified to, and it gives them that feeling of accomplishment and confidence that you need to proceed in any field. It also gives the employer confidence because it creates a growth plan that allows that person to prove themselves the employer who's taking a chance on someone they don't yet know. Every time we hire someone, we take a chance. You never know if it's a good hire until it's not. And in the apprenticeship model, we're pooling again that risk and saying, I'll take those 4 apprentices, which we did at Clever Ducks at the end of the last training. We found 3 were great cultural fits, 1 wasn't. He went back to the pool, he's placed somewhere else, he's a success there. Because there's not just the technical skills we're talking about, there's the personality, the pace of a person, the aptitude, things we just can't change about people with training that might be great fit somewhere else and not in your organization. We would never have had as many people to interview had we done this on our own, nor would we have had as easy of a time returning someone to another opportunity as we did through the apprenticeship program, because there was that pathway to another employer that would meet their needs as well. As an employer interviewing candidates coming into tech, what I'm looking for is commitment. Are you all in? Do you really want to do this? And why do you want to do this? You need to be able to tell a compelling story about your career path that includes this project and where it's going to take you. The best apprentices work on their skills and are coachable because they're going to get a lot of coaches along the way because they'll have those in the classroom, they'll have that in their peers, they'll have that in their job placements, and they'll have that from mentors as well. So I think being open to being coachable and realizing you don't always have the right answer is another secret to success. My name's Amy Cardell. I'm co-founder of Clever Ducks, and I endorse the Ticket into Tech.
Well, I heard about Ticket into Tech through a friend, actually. I was looking for any job in tech, anything with computers, hardware, software, anything. And she recommended this to me. She sent me the link, and I thought, like, that's a little too good to be true, you know? But I applied, and I was applying to so many things at that time, I almost forgot about it. And then I got in, and I was just ecstatic. So it was a great experience. I got into tech initially because I was taking classes at Cuesta, and I knew I wanted a job to support myself, obviously, that's what everyone wants, and I looked at the numbers and it seemed like the only way I could do that was accounting or tech. And so I took one accounting class and I hated it. So I decided, well, I'm going into tech now, that's what I'm gonna do. So I started taking some programming classes and some computer science classes, and I really liked it. I liked the way the logic worked and how everything just fit together. And from there, I sort of progressed from software and more coding background, very limited, but that's where I started, and then I ended up in tech and IT. The fact that I can keep learning is important to me because I think so many other jobs, I was there for a few months and I learned all there was. I mean, in a lot of customer service roles, you're there a few months and you can do everything. There's not too much to learn. So what I really enjoy about tech is that there is just so much to learn, and it's pretty much all online. So pretty much the only limit on what you can learn is how much you're willing to put in and how much effort and time you're willing to put in. So I really enjoy that, and I like puzzles. So I like having a problem and figuring out what caused it and what's the root of it, and figuring out sort of commonalities and like what the root issue is and things that are related, and I just love solving problems. So that's my favorite part. I want to learn as much as possible. I sort of want to have a brief overview of everything. So where I'm at right now, I feel like I definitely have that opportunity. There's so many people with just years and years of cumulative knowledge and experience, and I work in a really wonderful environment where we're encouraged to ask questions, and if we have questions, to work with people above us, and to sort of foster a spirit of mentorship even within the own company. Well, I've lived in San Luis for, I want to say, like about 17 years, so almost my whole life, and I love it here. It's one of those things you don't appreciate if you grow up here as much until you start going other places and you realize that you're comparing every place to here, and it's a really great place. It's beautiful and the people are wonderful. So I feel like now I'm going to probably be able to stay in San Luis, because I know San Luis is one of the most expensive places to live. It's just with the housing prices and then rent prices and wages and everything. Just statistically, it's a hard place to live. But I feel like I'm gonna be able to do well here, and I feel like I'm gonna be able to stay here, which I like because I feel like I've been here a long time and I have family here and my roots are here. My name is Madeline Gorge and I am an apprentice.
Hi Coders, it's Matt. I'm here with a really exciting announcement. I'm here with Dan Weeks from SLO Partners. SLO Partners has teamed up with Full Stack Academy. They're a world-class coding bootcamp, and they're going to be offering a 17-week program right here in SLO. And what we'll be doing at Code SLO is teaching a preparatory course for people who want to go to Full Stack Academy and need to make that transition from brand new beginner to someone who's ready for that intensive program. All you need to do to sign up is head over to slopartners.org and you can get all the information that you want at that site.
What's exciting for me, Matt, is you created this curriculum from scratch over 8 weeks, which is just the right pacing. And whether or not people decide to go to the full stack direction, they're going to have these core coding skills that I've heard over and over again that people wished they had enough of the foundations that they can do real computer science work as opposed to get frustrated because they can only go halfway. I'm just excited to make this happen over the summer.
I'm excited too. And that's the whole announcement. So go to slowpartners.org. You can get all the information you need. Go there right now. It's going to be a really great program.